What's up, everyone? Welcome to Central Asia. We have a game between the Spanish playing in the color blue. This is Aguilos in the southwest part of the map. His opponent is a Swedish player, Storchi, playing as the Swedes in the color red, dropping his Torp or starting it, but then, you know, Swedes always have that real challenge of getting that second villager in queue because of their lack of food crates, or lack of many food crates. And so making sure to get the villager in queue and then starting the torp, and a second one being placed but not yet under construction. Those are going to be some good torps. Once they do get completed, they'll have hunt gathering. So hunt and coin, very good gather rate. Going to be over a villager per torp. So good early game positioning on the torps. Or Storchi, and I feel like that's something that the Explorer says. I swear it is. But let's see if they have deck. No deck yet there. This map does have water. It's actually a really nice map and very, very colorful, beautiful map. It does have fish there, so no water home city points. So you cannot ship caravels or frigates to the water, but you can always fight for it if you really want. There is a decent amount of fish there, so might be something that plays a role in the mid or late game. Especially warships late in the game can be pretty impactful if we get to that point. So 3 vills coming in for the Swedes. It's a pretty small amount of cards in the second age, looking to take a 75 wood treasure, but the Spanish Explorer is on the way, as well as the War Dog, so this is going to be under contention for sure. And this is going to be trouble for the Swedish Explorer. Is he going to be able to pick it up? Very, very close. Swedes gives it up and runs away. It's going to save his life, but loses that 75 wood that he started out trying to grab. So Spanish Explorer still at full HP, as well as the War Dog. Very good early game shape for Spain, able to hunt down some more treasures. And speaking of Spain, he does have a trade post and already sent 3 villagers, sending capitalism now. We'll take another look at the Swedish deck a little bit deeper, in depth more. But here again is the Spain. We do have Unction, which is possible for mid H3, late game. And some, yeah, very, very well balanced deck. I think he's got the cavalry cards can get really strong. Lancer, Sassar, and Dragoon with those 3 cards, and also has Caballeros, so that's, yeah, Lancers can be fully upgraded. What is this here? Improves range, infantry attack, and a lot of skirmishers. Yeah, okay, so that's a good upgrade for skirmishers in the late game. Yeah, pretty balanced deck. Got some economy here, and we do see Marvelous Years, so he has the option to really go heavy eco as well. So balanced deck, a lot of not too many military shipments, honestly. Just 3 in age 3. The 9 rods, 5 lancers, and 2 falcons. So yeah, definitely a more late game upgrade heavy. And yeah, I would say upgrade. There are some eco cards there, but not that many. So military upgrades are definitely a thing here. That's going to be strong for Spain if it gets super late. And Swedes taking a deeper look here. Does have blackberries, has the the Kalmar Castle, which is a fort wagon, and yeah, that's right. It gives more XP, twice as much XP fighting near forts. So that is a nice, unique card for the Swedes. Snaplock, Copper Mines, Great Northern Forest, which is, yeah, this is another very late game deck. German mercenaries can be hired from the barracks. So yeah, very interesting to see where this what the direction of this game. We do have a villager out forward for Storchi there, looking to potentially get some torps on this 5k gold mine. 4 torp wagon on the way with the minions, and we do see some torps going up on this salt mine, which actually it does have a slower gather rate from torps as well. I was wondering about that because it's known. I mean, maybe you don't know it. It's not, maybe not that common of a fact of knowledge, but salt mines do gather slower, so that also affects torps. So 0.19 instead of the 0.27 here. So interesting to know. That's not going to be super impactful. I mean, it's gonna hurt them in the early game. It's gonna last obviously much longer, but not sure you want to make that your first option. But doing a good job spreading this out, getting 5 torps. You know, I feel like I've never really been able to figure out that formation to be able to get 5 torps on a mine, but very good job there. And 4 on that one. So really getting the torps down, adding 1 on that 5k coin mine down there. Let's take a look. We have Ingles, what is it? Inglesburg Ironworks. Yep. Coming in. Spain has dropped down a second TP. He's gone 700 wood and then 5 vills, a market, and a dock. All right. Wow, we're seeing some heavy eco play here from both sides. And we're going to see some fishing boats. And no third TP. I thought he might go for it, but just 2 for XP right now. Fishing boats are in queue. And it looks like Spain... What did he age with? What did he age with? Did he age with 500 food? I'm trying to think. What are the options? Oh, I'm sorry. He went with the 2 villagers and 2 semi-fattened cows. So super eco-focused gameplay by Spain here. And he's getting steel traps. And I'm sure he'll end up selling some food to get up to H3. Maybe even want to cancel steel traps, honestly, because it's going to take a while to generate additional resources. Well, and he could already be clicking up. He's selling food right now. And, okay, he's got the macro pretty well figured out. He's going to be able to click up right now. So, a little bit delayed from a standard fast fortress. But, overall, very strong economy. Going to be able to, I don't know, he could play aggressive or he can go for second TC. He's going with the bishop. I do want to say that's a second town center. And maybe Marvelous Year. This is going to be quite interesting. That is definitely not the scout which would be the 4 hussar, and the crossbows would. That's the town center. That is a town center wagon. And meanwhile, Storchy going for blueberries while he still has food on the initial torps at full torp. He is at full torp hop, and he's going to get all of these berry bushes converted to blueberries, saving the bushes. And wow, that is something you don't see all that often, that be able to pull that off with every single torp. So really well done. 0.5 food per second, 20 torps. That is 10 food per second. Steel traps now coming in. Wow, yeah, looking really good. Very strong economy. First barracks going up. And it looks like he's going to be aging up as well in after this villager is completed, as this food is coming in so rapidly. So it's looking very... It's hard to say who has the economic advantage. Exiled Prince coming in for Swedes, so he'll be up in no time. As Spain is adding more fishing boats, up to 31 villagers, and he does have capitalism. What is it going to be? Oh, he's making a single dog, maybe. There is that covered wagon. He's got 2 shipments available. It's going to be Spanish gold and 1k wood and even more economy. I didn't even notice the church earlier, but oh yeah, just a super... There's such large gold mines on this map. It's crazy. So much gold. All right, so Spain can pretty much go up to industrial if they really want to. Wow, that is quite the economy. I mean, I don't know if there's anything you really want to send. Of course, you can send the factories, but they take a little while to pay off, and you want, like, I think a more impactful early industrial shipment that Spain does. It's not really their style to have something like that, but he is going to be going up. He is eating these cows, and he is about to click up. This is wild. He's going to have like a 11-minute industrial age, and meanwhile over with Swedes, he's got 2 barracks now, training Caroline and shipping Falx. Vet Carol coming in, and a 3rd barracks going up with this strong economy. A single Caroline going out there to scout. Okay, so this is going to be picking up in just a couple minutes, as both of these players are getting their economy to full strength as quickly as possible. But we do see the difference in strategy here with Swedes looking to go for a very, very strong timing mass. It doesn't have to worry about houses anymore. And the Falcons take out the dogs, so that is a giveaway. The entire military there is going to be seen by Spain, and it's going to be felt by Spain in just a little while as the resources are dropping. The 1k wood is now here with Spanish gold, so the crates are on the floor and going to be coming in fast and in abundance. As just the first barracks is going up for Spain. Did he train just the 4 fishing boats for now? He's I think he's starting to focus on, after he saw that military with the Falc shots, that he needs to start getting some units out in an arsenal. So I think he's going to go for counter infantry rifling. Might send the 4 culverins, and I think that'll be a good composition. Fortunately for him, his opponent is going for the trade post line, which I think now he's probably realizing is not the correct decision, because his opponent wants industrial and is obviously less likely to have much military support. So as Swedes in this situation, as the Swedes in this situation, you have to really weigh your decisions and kind of think about, okay, you know, I invested in a lot of military. I didn't get anything done with the timing because I'm so far away from my opponent's base at this point. It's probably not beneficial to keep producing. I probably need to catch up and age up. So this is going to be an interesting fight, and we do have quite a bit of Carolines still coming. Falc shots being traded, and Spain has the advantage, but the Carolines running forward, going to get these Falcs pretty quickly, and before either Falc from Swedes goes down. So a huge win for the Swedes in this fight here, but yeah. Everything from Spain is down, and that trade post is going to be down pretty soon too. He is in some trouble, and again, this is a timing. Okay, but we do see the follow-up. The engineer, that's going to be 2 additional Falcs for Swedes. I think the decision is right to age. However, he has an opening right now that he really needs to take before these skirmishers get upgraded and get the triple bonus from counter infantry rifling. Heavies are coming in now. Another double batch of skirms, and this should be will be enough to hold, as the heavies are going to be able to take out those Falcs no problem. But a good shot from the Falcs on a fishing boat might take out another one as well, killing some villagers. But they need to get out. They need to get out now. They see the heavies now, and he's a little bit indecisive. Was gonna go in, but chose not to, and loses some additional Carolines for that, and of course both Falcs. So yeah, okay, he's getting up though, and his economy is still pumping away. He still has blueberry bushes, and I don't think he sent blackberries. No, but he might want to at some point in the next few minutes maybe. All right, so Spain, let's check a villager count. We have 32 vills and full torp count for Swedes, and they are up to industrial. 4 culverins coming in for Spain. They're at 45 vills, 2 TCs. Well, just one of them working right now, unfortunately. That, you know, sometimes it happens to me where I try to control group it and it doesn't ever get in there, and I maybe don't even use the TC. That's always a sad mistake when that happens. So I'm hoping he is not idling that TC this whole time, but it might just be the case. Either way, we do have counter infantry rifling in now, so skirms are going to be super effective against Carolines. Culverins are here, as well as the heavies, adding a stable, 1 factory on heavies, and a 2nd factory coming in. Skirmishers getting some scouting information and taking out a Caroline, but then losing a lot of HP and 1 or 2 skirmishers in the process. All right, so Spain looks like they're going to be pushing very soon. He would like to get the guard skirmisher upgrade, but it's so expensive, and he doesn't have the wood right now, so you got to drop that factory as soon as he can. It's making lancers as well, so full anti-infantry composition. Storchy seeing his opponent's culverins. Oh, unfortunately, focused a skirmisher there, and the culverin trade is going to go in the favor of Spain. But a nice little snipe there, evening it out. The Carolines going in for melee, but the skirmishers are melting them. The heavies in the back, good position. However, the surround is on the culverin. They're all going to go down. So now it's like skirmisher versus like just artillery, but the lancers should be coming in any second now as well. Lots of Carolines are in queue though, so we should have a decent follow-up to this, and the heavy is gonna go down. All right, so not too bad when you think about it. Sweden cleaned up, I believe it was 4, maybe even, yeah, the 4 culverin shipment and 2 heavies, and probably a few skirmishers there, while they remain with 2 culverins and a single falconet. The Carolines are coming, but I hope they're not too late. The lancers are charging in. Artillery is exposed, and the falconet is going to get a shot off, but it is going to go down here. Explorer coming in for the snare and potential crack shot. We have an arsenal going up for potential advanced arsenal upgrades. And we don't have the ranged armor for the Caroline just yet. Second factory going forward, but being caught pretty quickly and going to be dropped down there for... we'll have to see if it's going to be coin production or heavy cannons. So for now, Carolines aren't trading very well against skirmishers, but if they can get in, this lifeguard, Svea lifeguard, that's going to give additional HP and give them the ranged armor. So it's going to be very hard to counter those units at that point. They kind of lose, they kind of get lost in the counter system, I think, where... Oh, and now guard Caroline's coming in, so very good look forward for the Carolines. I think from now on it might be, well, you can go artillery too. There's so many options for the Swedes at this point. He already did send snaplock. Okay, I didn't know that, but that's impactful as well. So they are pretty strong now. They could be getting the arsenal upgrades too, so we'll have to see. And all these mines should still have plenty of coin. Yeah, just the 2 near base are getting pretty low, but salt mine still pumping away. And yeah, we do have the Svea lifeguard card coming in now. Ooh, Spanish villagers are vulnerable here, and a few of them will go down. Heavy cannon for Spain here, gonna get a good shot off, but the culverins are closing in. They're gonna need 3 shots on it, so another shot from the heavies will damage some Carolines. Lancers going around for the flank. Storchy does see it and is trying to reposition his Caroline, and probably will lose both of these culverin. Maybe not, because remember, these Caroline do that bonus damage against heavy cavalry at range and doesn't lose either of them. That is brutal. That was a lot of lancers to go down. And now the ranged armor is here for the Carolines. The heavy cannon is going down. But he does need to add in either some falconets, some heavies, something other than just Carolines to damage the skirmishers, because they're strong, especially with these upgrades, but you don't want to solo veteran skirmishers with the what's the ranged... Oh man, my mind's drawing a blank. Counter infantry rifling. Thank you, finally. And we do have Flintlock coming in for Caroline, so additional upgrades. Jaeger's going to be coming in. Culverin sniping through the TP, sniping that heavy. Heavy was locked on, does get a shot off, but doesn't kill either of these Culverins. Still alive. But we do have 2 skirmishers going in, trying to take them out. They're not focused at the moment. Ooh, not quite able to get it down. But yeah, this is really starting to look in the favor of the Swedes, as that eco, these torps are still pumping away. Oh, and he even sent Great Northern Forests. Wow. Okay, that's gonna get, that is actually, I gotta look at that upgrade a little bit more, because I have not really paid too much attention to it over the years. But seeing this torp at 0.7 wood, that is over a villager per torp. That is over more than 1 villager per torp. That's more than 20 villagers. That is more. What is? Tremendously improves your torps at gathering wood by enabling them to gather from more trees as well as further away trees. Also, all existing torps spawn 3 trees. Wow. And again, Spain just overcommitting here, though. Heavy cannon does get some good shots. It's just not enough. Not enough military. I wish. Let's see what Spain has been sending throughout this time. Cav combat, all the H4 shipments, including the additional range infantry attack. So I would like to see a composition of like guard skirm, first of all, and musketeers. But man, I don't know. I think he might not have been using the second town center for a long time, which is hurting him quite a bit. But heavy cannon, again, getting some good shots here. More lancers. This could be a good fight for Spain. This could be a good fight for Spain. Another heavy cannon shot's going to get onto the Jaegers, but I think that's going to be the last one. Yeah, okay. These Carolines are really strong at this point, and it's kind of the situation is that the economy is really starting to run out. The natural resources for Spain is basically totally depleted, and I cannot believe these two culverin are still alive for Swede. It is actually insane how he's been able to utilize those and get so much value. Another heavy's gonna go down to these two. Wait, a lancer, send it in. Oh my gosh, it's gonna get him. Is it? He's got one. Oh my, oh, but there's 5 more coming in from the rear, while a single one pops out for Spain and immediately goes down. And I think this is probably signaling the nearing the end of this game, as Spain doesn't really have an answer for this insane economy from the Swedes. As now he's triple raxing. He's trained 15 Jaegers just popped out. 15 Jaegers. That is, think about that. I mean, that's the state of the Swedish economy right now. That is just ridiculous. 2 Falcons versus 2 heavies. We know which way that's going to go, especially when you're backed by 5 culverins, and that is the end of the game. That is GG. Wow, that is also a very impressive economy from the Swedes. That is putting on display just how strong that eco can get. He utilized every single, I don't know about blackberries, I might have missed it, but I don't think I saw any blackberries. Almost every single torp upgrade. He sent blueberry first. He sent Inglesburg ironworks, then fit in blueberries before the initial berries ran out from the torps, and then once he got to industrial, sent Great Northern Forest. And these torps at this point, well, let's look at one over here because it's got a full gather rate on the coin. Basically a villager on coin, over a villager on wood, and yeah, about, let's say, half a villager on food. So each torp is over 2 villagers, and he has 20 torps. So that is, you know, that is about 50 villagers, I would estimate. So pretty insane. Let's take a look at these graphs to see just how much of an impact they really had. And there you see it. Just wow. I mean, 2 TC Spain, and I'm not sure he utilized it for an extended period of time. Maybe not, but yeah, he was getting up to industrial as quick as he can. So yeah, I mean, it was looking good for Spain. I like the 2 TP. If you want stagecoach, I would like that a little bit more. Maybe a few more fishing boats. And I guess just got to pressure Swedes a little bit more earlier, because letting them get away, I mean, you know, what are you asking for? What are you expecting, kind of, when you let Swedes get full pop, all upgraded torps? It's not a good situation to be in. So yeah, that is an example of just how strong Swedes can be if given the time and the opportunity. So a good example of I think it's a pretty fun civ. It's different for sure. You have to, I mean, kind of like Japan, protect your houses that give you eco, and usually pretty aggressive games. So hope you guys enjoy this game. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.